Okay, so I have a question for you to kick things off. And it might sting a little bit, but I think we really need to ask it.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me.
Do you believe, honestly, right now, that you are sitting on a gold mine?
Hmm.
And I don't mean crypto. I don't mean the equity in your home. I mean, do you possess a skill set right now that is worth a massive amount of money without needing another degree, another certification?
That is a provocative question because I think most people's immediate answer is no.
Right.
We look at our paycheck, we set an hourly rate, 30 bucks an hour, 50, whatever it is,
Yeah,
and we internalize that number. We think, well, that's what I'm worth. That's what someone is paying me.
exactly. And that is the exact trap we are breaking out of today. We're doing deep dive into this really high energy session from Jesse Stanton.
Right. It's the kickoff to his 30-day challenge, but the title is what's so interesting. If I had to start my business over in 2026.
2026,
Yeah.
just around the corner.
Yeah, and his whole argument is that so many people are trapped in what he calls the W-2 identity.
The W-2 identity. I mean, that sounds almost like a psychological diagnosis.
In a way, it is. It's that mindset where you're just trading your time for money and you let someone else decide what you're worth. It's safe, sure, but it's a ceiling.
A hard ceiling.
And Stanton's mission here is to just shatter that. He's basically arguing that if you can identify your specific impact and pair it with the right tools like AI, you can generate income that just dwarfs a normal salary.
And he gives you the frameworks. This isn't just motivational talk. We're going to get into the Mount Everest impact goal.
Yeah, and the MPICNI DOT avatars, which is this really cool way of decoding your core personality type for the market.
And this whole philosophy of impact equals income.
Which is key. As he says, money is just a scoreboard. If you stare at the scoreboard, you lose the game. You got to focus on the game itself.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The first thing that completely grabbed me was this Mount Everest idea. Because normally the first thing anyone thinks about is money. I want to make $1 million.
Right. I need to replace my salary.
Exactly. And Stanton says, stop. That is the wrong target.
It's completely the wrong target. He says if you chase money, you fail. But if you chase impact, the money just shows up. It's the byproduct. The Mount Everest is a specific 5-year impact goal.
And he gets so specific. I mean, he shared his own, and it wasn't, I want to be rich. It was, I want to help 1.74 million people make $700,000 a year.
1.74 million. That's the part that matters.
Yeah.
It's not a nice round number. It means he's actually reverse engineered it. He has people draw this triangle, At the top is that specific impact goal.
Right.
At the bottom is your why, your emotional fuel. And then in the middle, you have to list 4 problems you solve, 4 specific problems.
I love that. It immediately shifts your thinking from how can I get paid to how can I solve these 4 problems for, 1.74 million people.
And that leads to what you call the strategy of no.
Oh, this was brilliant.
Yeah. It's the practical side of it. Once you have that number, it's a filter. As an entrepreneur, you get hit with opportunities all day. Buy this crypto, invest in this gas station.
So shiny object syndrome, it's real.
Totally. But if your goal is helping 1.74 million people and someone offers you a gas station deal, does that help you get there?
Probably not. So the answer is just no.
It's binary, it's clean, it protects your focus. If it doesn't get you closer to the top of Everest, you don't do it.
And there was this real sense of urgency, too,
Yeah.
why this matters now. Stanton and his wife, Amber, they brought up this sobering point about regulation.
This is the why 2026 part of it. Yeah. They were talking about potential Senate bills that could hit real estate wholesaling, for example. And the wording was, well, it was stark. If your entire identity is I'm a real estate investor and the rules change,
You're obsolete overnight.
you're just obsolete. What do? Your one trick is gone. You have to build transferable skills.
That's terrifying. He used the phrase, I don't know what to do with my hands.
And that's the danger of tying your identity to a vehicle instead of a skill. If you know how to build a community, that's a skill you can take anywhere. If you only know how to fill out one specific contract that just got banned, you're in trouble.
Okay, so that's the perfect transition. If the Everest is the destination, how do we get there? This is where he introduces the MACDOT.
Right. And this is his framework for finding your innate market value. He says everyone has one of these 6 avatars as a major, and then usually a minor trait, too.
I was totally trying to diagnose myself as I was reading this, so let's run through them. First is M for messenger.
The messenger. That's your speaker, your writer, someone who can take a really complex idea and just make it simple. A storyteller.
Okay, I feel that one. That's high on my list. Next up, A for artist.
And this isn't just about painting. The artist is a designer, a visual creator, but also just a creative problem solver. They're the ones who make things look and feel right.
Yeah. Then we have C for connector.
The connector builds community. They're the teacher, the coach, the person who hosts the party and introduces everyone. They just naturally bring people together.
D is for detective.
Ah, the detective. They love the data. They're the researcher, the pattern recognizer. They dig into the analytics to find out why something is happening.
And O is for orchestrator.
That's your project manager, the systems builder, the person who creates the spreadsheet that makes the whole dream actually work. They make the train run on time.
And last, T for technician.
The technician is hands-on with the tools. They're great with software, troubleshooting, all the digital literacy stuff. They actually make the tech work.
What I love about this is it shows you don't have to be the loud messenger on stage to be valuable. You could be the quiet detective in the back, and you might be the most profitable person in the room.
Exactly. And he says most of us don't even know our own profile because we discount what comes naturally to us.
Right. If it's easy, it must not be worth anything.
Yeah. So he provides this AI tool, a master prompt you feed into ChatGPT, and it literally interviews you to figure out what your hidden skills are and which avatar you are.
That is such a cool use of AI. Not just writing an email for you, but like psychoanalyzing your career value.
It's self-discovery through technology, and once you know your avatar, that's when the magic happens. It's the equation. Your skill plus AI equals 10x output.
The great amplifier. This is where he flips the script on AI replacing us. He's saying, no, AI changes your identity into something bigger.
Yeah, let's go through the examples. So if you're a writer, a messenger type, you add AI, and you're not just a writer anymore, you're a content production powerhouse. Outlines, SEO, repurposing. You're a one-person department.
What about the designer?
A designer, an artist type, plus AI becomes a brand agency. They mentioned a tool, what was it, Nano Banana?
Yeah, Nano Banana. Great name.
And you can use it for virtual staging in real estate. So you're not just touching up photos anymore. You're staging entire digital houses. You just moved way up the value chain.
There was one case study in here that just blew my mind. The woman, Angel Whitney, it just perfectly illustrates everything we're talking about.
Oh, this is the best example of impact equals income. So Angel is a veteran advocate, and she finds this huge problem.
A massive problem.
Yeah, there are 18 million veterans, and something like 70% of them don't get their disability benefits because they just don't know what they qualify for.
That's just a tragedy. It's an information gap.
Yeah.
A bureaucracy problem.
Exactly. So Angel, who's probably a detective connector type, uses AI to scrape all the data on every single benefit out there. Federal, state, local, all of it.
Wow.
And she compiles it all into one simple document. She did the hard work.
And she didn't sell it for like $1,000 consulting package.
Nope. She sold it for $10.
$10.
But look at the math. This is the impact part. If she only reaches 0.5% of that veteran population, that's 100,000 people. 100,000 people times $10.
That's $1 million business.
That's $1 million business built on a $10 product that provides thousands of dollars of value to the person who buys it.
That's it. That's the whole model.
It's democratizing knowledge. She used AI for the detective work, packaged it, and solved a huge problem at scale. The income just followed the impact.
It just shows you don't need to invent some new gadget. You just need to solve a problem.
And to do that, you have to know what you're working with. He talks about doing a skills inventory.
Right. The 4 categories. Hard skills, soft skills.
Domain knowledge, and the big one, hidden skills.
The hidden skills one is so tricky. He mentioned his wife, Amber, is a speed reader. She can get through a document in 10 seconds that takes him 10 minutes.
And to her, it's just normal. She probably thinks everyone does that. But in the marketplace, that's a superpower. Being able to synthesize information that fast is a high-ticket service.
You just have to see it in yourself. There was that quote from Dan Martell he referenced that really stuck with me.
Wait, the one about millionaires and billionaires.
Yes. Millionaires build systems and processes. Billionaires build people.
It's such a profound distinction. It all comes back to soft skills. Empathy, communication, EQ, your emotional intelligence. Billionaires don't just have high IQs, their EQs are through the roof. They know how to lift people up.
And speaking of lifting people up, they got super real about the financial side of all this. Amber pulled actual tax records on real estate investors.
This was the big reality check. We all see the Lambos on Instagram, but the data shows the average real estate investor makes between $55,000 and $120,000 a year.
That is just a regular job.
It's a job, and his point isn't that real estate is bad, it's that you can't rely on asset appreciation for your groceries today. You need high active income first.
So you use your skills to build the cash flow machine, the business,
Yeah.
and then you pour that cash into real estate to preserve the wealth.
You got it. You become a millionaire with your skills, then you become a wealthy investor. People try to skip the first part.
But that's where the big mental block comes in. I'm not ready. I need one more certification. I'm just a W-2 employee.
The imposter syndrome. He was so firm on this. He said, you don't get confidence before you do it. You get it by doing. The action has to come first.
And he talked about their community standard, Squad Up. I really like that.
Me too. It's the idea that they don't call people out for their mistakes. They call them up to their potential.
It's a powerful reframe.
It is. Calling someone out is about shame. Calling them up is about the vision. It's, hey, you said your Everest was helping 1.74 million people, but you're afraid to post one video. I'm calling you up to your own standard.
It's accountability, but from a place of support.
Exactly. It's about aligning your actions with your stated goal.
So if we can just circle back to that master prompt for a second. The function of it is what's so cool. It's basically AI as a career coach.
Totally. It solves the blank page problem. If I say, what are your hidden skills? You'll just stare at me.
Yeah, I got nothing.
But if an AI asks you, tell me about a time you solved a crisis at work, you'll tell a story. And the AI can analyze that story and say, you mobilized a team that's orchestrator, and you found the root cause in the data that's detective. It sees the patterns you can't.
And once you have that avatar, that identity, it tells you what kind of business to start.
Right. If you're a connector orchestrator, you should probably be building a community or managing projects, not trying to be a lone wolf software developer. You stop fighting your own nature.
And then you layer the AI on top of your nature.
You got it. You use AI to handle the technician stuff you're bad at so you can spend all your time connecting and orchestrating. It's a complete system.
Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's just recap the journey here. It started with that provocation. You are sitting on a gold mine of skills you aren't being paid for.
Then we defined the Mount Everest, shifting your goal from money to a specific massive impact.
We broke down the MPOT avatars to find your core value: messenger, artist, connector, detective, orchestrator, or technician.
And we saw how AI is the great amplifier that turns a simple $10 document into a potential $1 million business.
The huge takeaway for me is the mindset shift from who do I know, which is the old way of thinking,
To who knows me.
yes, who knows me?
That's the grab the mic mentality he talks about. In this economy, visibility is viability. If you have the solution, but no one knows you have it, you have zero impact and zero income. You have to step on the stage.
And you don't need anyone's permission anywhere. There's no gatekeeper. You just turn on the camera.
And you realize that you're already qualified. The market pays for solved problems, not for certificates on a wall. If you can solve the problem, that's your qualification.
So I want to leave everyone listening with a final thought to chew on. We talked about regulation, industries vanishing. So here's the question. If your entire industry disappeared tomorrow, whatever you do right now is gone, exactly which MDOT skill would you use to generate cash by next Thursday?
Oof. That's the ultimate survival question. If you have an answer to that, you're ready for 2026.
Thanks for diving in with us. Go find your Everest.
And start climbing.
We'll see you on the next Deep Dive.